Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get, as usual, trying to get on Facebook. I am really having a hard time with this, and it's honestly just becoming it's just becoming very tiresome. I'm trying to get live on Facebook right now, so I'm everything is just, for some reason Facebook is just like slowing the process down. So I'm still trying to do my lives on YouTube and Facebook, but I really want to encourage you guys to move over to YouTube. Did I say YouTube? I'm doing my lives on YouTube and Facebook. So if I could encourage you guys to move over to Facebook, that would be great. It's just very it's very difficult dealing with Facebook, and Facebook doesn't. I mean, it like I'm still not connected. I don't know what's going on. It's really frustrating. God, this is so frustrating. I cannot get live on Facebook. I know, this is fun. It says that I should be connected, but I'm not connecting. It says it cannot connect to my stream. I don't know what to do. So I am just going to do this from YouTube for right now. I am hoping, again, let me just post a message on Facebook. This is so crazy. I'm sorry, you guys. And I tried to practice this last night because like all of my software had updates, and of course, I'm not able to, like, I wasn't able to fix it. I tried to fix it last night, but my my software that had updates also like messed up my editing software. It's fun. It's fun. And Mercury's not retrograde. We're not in like any weird stuff going on right now. It's great. Okay, let me make a post, and for some reason it's not letting me do this. So how's everybody been? Did y'all have a good week last week? I am announcing a winner tonight for I guess I'm not allowed to post anywhere. I mean, this is crazy. But I am I'm announcing a winner tonight for the Labradorite. I know. I have everyone's names that contributed or that made a comment. I have everyone's names written down, so I am ready to go. Okay, sorry. Post. There we go. Okay, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It says like on this software that I am connected. Facebook says I am not connected. I'm doing real good. I am hopefully connected to YouTube. Let's just check. Yes. Yay. Facebook, but okay. Feeling better about that. All right. So we'll just disconnect that. Well, I don't even know how to do that. Okay. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I know. I did not see any of you last week because, of course, my kids were out of school and we were crazy busy all week. We did just all kinds of stuff. And now I'm tired. I mean, they get out of school and I am exhausted. Luckily, my parents were fantastic and helped out a lot. But yeah, I'm just really tired. It was tiring. So, lots of stuff that I wanted to talk about. I do want to talk about these energy monsters. That's what I'm going to call them. Negative energy monsters. And I also, I really wanted to talk about this, light healing book that I had. It was not so much a book as like a pamphlet. So I looked for it today and I thought that I had found it. Turns out it wasn't that book. Turns out it was a book about Festivus for the rest of us. Do you remember that from Seinfeld? Yeah. It's just a little thin book, but I do have it digitized. So I was like, well, I'll just try and bring it up on the screen. We'll see if that works. And we can talk about that because I really, really like this book. It is, it's pretty amazing actually. And it talks about color therapy and like how you can heal with colors and stuff. And the thing is, this is quite an old, I keep calling it a book, but it's a pamphlet. It's a self-published little thin pamphlet thing. So I really like it. And I was like, okay, I'm in. And I made about 3 years ago, I think, I made a digital copy because I had emailed and tried to write to someone to say, hey, is this your, do you have a copyright on this? Is there something I can do to get maybe permission? Does anyone know about this book or anything? No one seemed to know. So that was about 3 years ago, and I am still hopefully, where is it? Getting that information. It's a pretty, and it is pretty detailed. I love this book though, to be honest with you. And of course, I can't find it. I don't actually know what's going on with Mercury, other than I know Mercury is currently in Libra, and I don't think Mercury's really happy in Libra, but I mean, it's not Pisces, so Mercury hates being in Pisces. Sagittarius, also not a happy thing. I want to double check and see if I can find it while we're talking. I know. So, negative energy monsters. This is, I mean, there's some pretty heavy stuff, right? The negative energy monsters, I think that what we need to focus on is people trying to send negative energy our way. Someone trying to really influence us with the negativity. Now, I want to say, and I've said this before, that I do not feel like, I don't necessarily feel like witchcraft is something that we can, I mean, people do send us negativity. People send us they try to cast spells on us and stuff like that. But we don't have to like listen to it. We don't have to listen to it. But what I want to talk about is like literally negative energy. When you walk into a room and you feel like something's all effed up, that's a pretty, I mean, you know, you can feel that, right? You feel when you walk into the room, you're just like, something feels weird. Something feels real weird. Like I'm not excited about this. This is a very strange situation. Like I'm not feeling it. And that definitely will have an effect on your, like the outcome of like if you're talking to somebody or if you're planning a party or whatever. And it, you know, like people walk into a restaurant and they're like, oh no, don't like this. And they'll just leave, right? I mean, I've done that plenty of times. I've done that when I've gone, like on trips or just been in a parking lot and I'm just like, you know, I'm not feeling really good about this. And I just get the hell out of there, right? The thing is, there is a lot of negative energy monsters out there. So for my kids, and this was actually given to me by one of my friends, she did this, and I found the book. She did this for her daughter, that when her daughter was like, I'm scared, there's monsters in here, whatever, she gave her kid a monster spray. It was essential oils. It made the room smell really good. But the thing is, it gave her a tool that she could destroy the things that were making her afraid. Right? She gave her something that made her feel powerful, that made her feel like, I can handle this. I can actually do this. I think that in itself is amazing. I mean, how incredible is that? So what we need to do is we need to find that tool for ourselves. We need to find what it is for ourselves and just say, yeah, this is what we want, right? We want to feel cleared. We want to feel like the negative energy that's coming to us is getting bound up, and we're not going to like have to have that heaviness on us, right? And I say that because that's exactly what it is like we have, like when people send us negativity, when they're wanting us to, like, I don't know, have a flat tire, fall on our face, screw up our business, like go get a bad haircut or something, anything like that, like, you know, just going, ugh, I really wish they would shut up. Now, I mean, we're not all public figures, right? I don't even consider myself a public figure. But the thing is, there's lots of people out there that do send negative energy towards me. I don't really think of it as like a spell, but I do protect my home. I protect my energy. I protect my family. I protect my kids. I know they're part of my family, but I'm also thinking of the four-legged ones. So I will say differently. I protect my animals. You know, we want to put protections around us. I call in angels every day. Some people don't believe in that. You don't have to. I call in angels every day. I park them on my house. I park them on my car. I park them on my kids' school. I'm like, you know, can you take care of this? Can you do this? Now, I can call in angels and do that for you, but it doesn't work like that because you're not one of my kids. So I can't send angels to you. There's the laws of free will. A mother, even if it's an adoptive mother, but if Spirit sees you as a mother, you can send protection to small children that look to you as a mother figure, that look to you as the nurturer, right? So I do a lot of protection like that, protecting energy from these negative, like these negative energy monsters, these negative little goblin monsters. They're just so much fun. And you know who I'm talking about too. It's like those people that as soon as you sit down, like at a party or at dinner or at I don't know, just an event of any kind, they immediately start bitching. You know, they immediately are just like, oh my gosh, it's too hot in here. It's too cold in here. What are all these people doing here? Why is she wearing that? Oh, what has he done to his hair? You know, like, it's a lot of that kind of energy. That is negativity. It doesn't even have to be in the form of like an actual spell, because words and intention are, say it with me, I've said this a million times in this group, it's so, words and intention are like 80%, maybe even 85% of spells. Your intention, what you feel, that's a spell. It is, whether you want to believe it or not. So that's why so many people preach the law of attraction, because you're setting your mind right. You're getting your mind aligned with what it is that you truly want. I'm never going to get connected to Facebook. It just is not connecting. So anyway, what I see here is a lot of people do not understand their intention. Their negativity is contagious. It spreads everywhere really quickly. And it's like that when you get gossipy. And let me tell you, I do love to chew the fat with some people. Oh yeah. I want to like just talk about it and be like, holy crap, did you hear about this? You know, did you hear about this guy cheating on this girl, or this girl, like, you know, like spending all their money, or I don't know. I'm just like using exaggerated examples. But the thing is, gossiping has a negative effect on things, especially when you're doing it maliciously. And it's not just being like, girl, did you see Beyonce? No, I mean, when you're gossiping maliciously and you have like a lot of negative things to say, when you are like cultivating negativity, that is your negative energy monster. And sending that out, you know, just to the metropolis, it's not a good look. It's not healthy. It's not good for anybody. And you have to consider how that's going to come back on you. And I just want to be clear that God dang, my phone. I just want to be clear that you do really need to think about, like, how is that going to come back on you? And I'm not saying that, you know, you're the end all be all or anything like that, but I'm saying that you do need to watch out for your karma. What are you wishing on people? Where are you putting your emphasis? Where are you putting your focus? Are you really looking for somebody to fail? Are you really looking for somebody to succeed? And that's where a lot of people come in and say, I don't wish anything bad on them, but I just need them out of my space. I just need them out of my business. I think we've all heard that a few times, right? Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about, is like getting your mind, getting your thought processes, getting that right, getting it set, and just being like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be this person. I don't, you know, I'm sorry that I've had words with this person, but I'm not going to talk about how they look fat in that dress. I'm sorry that I've not had a good connection with this family member, but I'm not going to, like, you know, slander them in the group chat. I know it sounds crazy, but this kind of stuff happens all the time. And if it didn't happen, I would not have a job. And I'm not hoping that this happens to everybody in the world. It's just that a lot of my job, and I'm not kidding with this, is about like just sort of like, let's bring it down a little bit. Let's look at a different way to approach this. You don't know what they're going through. They clearly don't know what you're going through, but let's reverse it. You don't know what they're going through. And it's not easy to do when you're the one that is hurt, when you're the one that has been offended, when someone is saying things to you, about you, or sending those negative energy monsters to you. Bind them up. Bind them up. I'm sorry, I keep kicking the camera. Bind them up. Bind up that energy, and let's find your tool. Let's find what it is that helps you to kick that energy out. Just like my friend did with her daughter. The monsters that were in her room, all her daughter needed was something that made her feel empowered. Something that made her feel like she could take care of the monsters in her room. That she could take care of those energy goblins. And it worked. It worked. What is the tool that you need to kick that negativity to the corner? To kick it to the curb, put it out with the trash, bind it up, send it. You don't even have to send it back to where it came from. Although, you know, I will say I'm petty like that. I'm petty like that, and you know, I want to send it back. I'm like, let's get that back to where it came from. Because, you know, I'm like, I want them to feel that. That is not my responsibility. It is not my responsibility to make sure that karma hits that person. It is not. And sometimes I got to be honest with you, karma hitting that person is just going to turn them into a martyr. It's just going to turn them into that victim mentality even more, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this hit me. I can't believe that I was evicted because I didn't pay my rent. Okay. You know, just whatever. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult when you have those people as your friends, and I'm using that loosely. It's difficult when you have those people as like, or someone in your family. It's difficult when you have those people around you. It is difficult. But the thing is, you have the power. Find the tool that you need to kill that negative energy monster. Whatever it is, whatever it's forcing you to dredge up. And I say this all the time because this does seem to come up a lot with some of my clients, is like, it's like making you remember all the bad things that you've ever done. You know, those like thoughts that keep you up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, at 4:15. For me, it was 2:22, and you know, I looked that number up. Looking at that and just going, okay, what has triggered me to this? What is making me focus on this? I've got to have done something good. I have got to have done something good. Yeah, I screw up a lot. I mean, god dang, I'm a Virgo with a Gemini moon. I am going to screw up every time I turn around. Because the mess that I'm trying to clean up, that Virgo side of me, the mess that I'm trying to clean up, is the mess that the Gemini moon is making. So, I know. So, I'm constantly screwing up. I'm constantly saying the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time. But I sit back and I go, I have to have done something right. I have to have gotten something right. Now, today, somebody called me and told me that something I told them 4 years ago, when we were just coming out of the pandemic, 4 years ago, she was like, hey, you know, I know you told me this, but it's not that I didn't believe you, but I just didn't see any evidence of it until now. Okay, well, my timelines can get screwed up a lot because I see things that are going to happen. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, a month from tomorrow, or a couple of years, but I know that it's going to happen. The thing is, if it's on your path right now, that means you're walking towards it. It means you're working towards it. Or they're telling you to work towards it. And I do differentiate when I say that. But it means that it's somewhere on your timeline and it is possible, right? So I did get that little, let's say somebody, it was a validation, not justification. I was about to say justification, but it was a validation of somebody telling me, hey, you did get this right. And after my lengthy, not really good sleep that I had last night, it was a long night with not a lot of good sleep. And I was just like, oh my gosh, because so many things kept happening yesterday. I took some time off last week, so I wasn't in my office that much last week. I really wasn't in here that much at all. But I had all these updates on my computer, on my software, and all this stuff happened when I left it alone. And I came into my office yesterday and I spent hours trying to fix my software so that I could edit, so that I could get online today. I still clearly have not fixed Facebook, but I thought I had last night because I did some test runs and streaming, and I thought I had, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to figure it out. Anyway, so, I really do, I screw up a lot. And so when I went to bed last night, it was actually early this morning when I went to bed, and I was just like, oh my gosh, all these things kept coming to me, all these screw ups that I've done, all these major, what to me was like a major catastrophe, and all these things kept coming to me. And then I was finally just like, have I not done anything right? Have I not gotten anything right? What is going on with me? And then the second phone call I took today, a client told me, she was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, and I know this is ridiculous, but I just wanted to tell you something you told me 4 years ago, which I honestly don't even remember, but something you told me 4 years ago. I did hear that was true. I just didn't know about it at the time. Okay. I kind of like it, but I was like, sure, I believe you. I don't remember saying it, but that doesn't mean I didn't. I can't remember conversations, but it was a nice little validation that, hey, and it was small, but it was what I needed to hear today. But yeah, you did say that. You did get something right. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Find the tool that you need to squash the negative energy monsters. Do you need it to be crystals? I know that I'm just now putting out October's, and tomorrow is October, but I've only gotten 3 of the numerology uploaded. That's okay. The rest of them are coming. They may not get uploaded by midnight because apparently they're taking about an hour and a half each to upload, but we're not going to get into that right now. But the crystal of the month is smoky quartz. So, do you need a crystal? Will a crystal help you quell those negative energy monsters? This one will. It transmutes negative energy. What about a candle? I got some examples here for you. What about a candle? Now, this happens to be a green money candle. This is an abundance candle. But we've got some opportunities here, right? Take a look at those. You want to use candles, you want to use crystals, you want to use some essential oils, gun it up. What do you need to create to get rid of those negative energy monsters? How can you bind it up? Will you do it with prayer? Absolutely, gun it up. I have several different religious texts over here that tell you how to bind up negative energy. So I don't care if you're a Christian, if you're a Buddhist, if you're a Wiccan. What do you need? Bind it up with prayer. Bind it up with chanting. Bind it up with, dance it out. What do you need to do to bind that up? So I've just given you guys a lot of ideas. Another is smudge. I did move my smudge. Smudging. Smudging is wonderful. Using that wonderful sage. However, and I've said this many times on here before, don't just clear the energy with sage. You have to replace the negativity with something else. I like to use rosemary and thyme. I use that all the time. I know, it's a fun little wordplay there. I do use lavender. Lavender, rosemary, thyme, juniper, cedar. I use a lot of different things. Rose petals in my smudge to replace the negative energy with something good, with something better, with something positive, so that negativity won't come back. And when you bind it up and you send it out, that's essentially what you're doing. You're sending out the negativity, and it does not get an invitation back in. So usually when people bind up their energy, and again, some texts, what they have you do is take a salt bath or cleanse yourself in some way physically. That's a good way to do it. And then replace that energy with something good. Some positive mantras, some positive thoughts, some grateful prayers or prayers of thanksgiving. Do you see where I'm going with this? This is the important part, is replacing the negativity. Replacing the negative habit with something positive. Even if it's just one step at a time. I have been cleaning out my house for a week. I currently, and I'm not even kidding, I currently have one of those awning tent things. You know what I'm talking about? A canopy. Like a canopy tent thing. I have that sitting in my driveway with all the stuff underneath it that I'm donating. And the stuff that I'm just throwing away is sitting outside of the tent getting wet in the rain because it rained today. I know. I was just like, you know what? No, we're not even. I keep kicking the camera. I'm so sorry, you guys. I keep moving it. We're not doing this anymore. And this, I just keep saying it. I'm like, we're just going to keep cleaning out. We're going to keep doing this one step at a time. And twice a month, we're going to go through our stuff and just be like, is there anything I need to get rid of? And this is what I told my family. When we buy something new, unless it's a book, and that's my thing. If we buy a new toy, if we buy new clothes, we need to assess if we need to get rid of something. And perhaps we should. Unless it's something that we're collecting. I do collect books. I don't want to get into that. Okay, I also collect Barbies. But the thing is, like, unless it's something that you have a collection of and a specific place to put it, then what we're doing is we're going to assess and say, do I need to get rid of something? I just brought in this new whatever. Do I need to get rid of something? I think that's like a healthy and positive thing to bring in when we're clearing out all the clutter. And it does not take long to accumulate clutter when you have kids. Or, yeah, if you're a pack rat. But the thing is, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, I have a lot of equipment and stuff. And it needs its own space. So now I have a cabinet just for equipment. Microphones, cords, things that are useful, but maybe I'm not using them. And maybe it is something I need to give away, sell, whatever. But the thing is, like, those things need a space. They need a place. They need a home. And that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been working towards. I know. And just getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, really. Why do I have like a couple of dog beds that have holes in them? Do I need to keep that for some reason? I do not. I'm just telling you. So before I go into this book, very briefly, about the Color Healing Dictionary, I am going to try to do this. Let me just check something real fast. Hang on. That's not what I wanted to check. Yep. It still has life path numbers on it. Okay. So let me fix this. Hang on. Did I do that right? Okay. Should be good. Okay. So, let's see who the winner is of the Labradorite Sphere. These are all the people that that made a comment on the last videos for either the numerology, the monthly numerology for September, the mid-month numerology for September, or a live show. So, and I don't know if I put people in that were in the live show. Yeah. So anyway, let's see what we got. Because most of you are like repeaters. Okay. Dun da da. Let's see who this is. This is, let's see if I can make it bigger. No, see, okay, I'm sorry. The life path numbers won't like go away. I don't know why it's stuck on 3. Weird. Okay, sorry. All right, I digress. The winner is Mel Bailey 4979. So this was from YouTube, Mel Bailey 4979. So I guess I'll just like contact you from your comment and tell you that you won. And then there is something going on here. What? Okay, let me just switch back. Like, I don't know. So I will contact you, Mel Bailey 4979. I will like contact you through your comment, and or you can just hit me up on my email address. That's what I wanted to do. Let's put the email address up on the screen, shall we? There we go. jennifer.metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com. So Mel Bailey 4979, if you are watching this, you won the Labradorite Sphere. Please contact me at this email address. I will also try and contact you through the comment that you made, through the comment thread. So, yeah. Again, I want to tell everybody that I am, hang on, there's something going on here. I want to tell everybody I'm really sorry about that I haven't gotten the everything posted for the monthly numerology. I am very sorry because I can't seem to make anything work really fast right now. I did join Discord. Has anybody heard of that? I joined Discord so that I could get on there and talk about like my editing software, my live stream. I mean, we're winning here. I'm telling you, it's kind of crazy. So now I'm going to try to figure out how to connect. Let's see if this works. Oh my gosh, it does. Okay, so this is the color healing dictionary, and it is by Vivian Drennan. Now, it is a small book, and I want you to see this was published. Wait. this is all the information that I had, that it was in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, here's some real interesting information. And I just saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, girl, this is way too cool. And I'm not selling this. I am not allowed to sell this. This is not my work. This is this nice Vivian Drennan lady's stuff. Here she is. Now, she is, here she is, okay. She is a wife, mother, grandmother, nationally recognized as an accomplished writer. Okay, I can't see it up there. I have to read it from over here because I can't find my glasses. Sorry. Dream interpreter, lecturer, dream interpreter, healer, clairvoyant, and counselor. Having spent the past 20 years traveling throughout the United States in her ministry of love. Love that. Reverend Drennan has imparted her knowledge of the ageless truths of the universal law to university students, churches, Silva mind control centers, and civic organizations. You guys have no idea. I am so obsessed with Jose Silva. I love looking at his stuff. It's so amazing, the stuff that he does. He passed away some years ago. Right now, the guy with, I'm going to forget the name of the organization. Hang on. Let me see if I can locate it. Mind Valley. The gentleman with Mind Valley, who, again, I have forgotten his name, but the gentleman with Mind Valley, that organization, they do a lot of the Jose Silva teachings, and I think he is one of the bigger ones. I don't know if he's the only one, but if you have an opportunity to take any classes about the Silva, I don't know if it's called mind control, but it is definitely Jose Silva's teaching. I strongly encourage it. It is incredible, and it's so awesome. Please check it out. And go look him up. He was a pretty neat guy. So I was looking. I cannot find any dates on this. I can't find. I do want to roll back. But I wanted you guys to see this. I cannot find the actual book, the pamphlet, but it's so amazing. I have shared this with a few people. I do not have the right to sell it. This is not something that I can produce. I really love this. I love how it's how she put it out there. I love how she did this with very simple equipment, but I could not find anything on any of these people. I could not find anything on Vivian Drennan. I could not find anything on the Foundation of Universal Truth. I could not find anything. I couldn't even find any dates here. I think this was in the 60s, maybe the 70s, because I know Jose Silva did a lot of his work in the 50s and 60s. That's when he started the Silva Mind something. But this is really cool. So let's go through some of this, okay? This is she talks about using simple equipment in color healing. Let me tell you how I do this now. I got a light bulb that works on a remote control and it changes colors. It doesn't do all of these colors exactly like how I would think, but I will tell you, Home Depot and Amazon sell a buttload of different color bulbs, and they also sell the color changing light bulbs with a remote. They also sell it without a remote, but I mean, it's handy to have that remote, let me tell you. So this is pretty awesome. Looking at some of these, the colors that you need to sit in and heal, the colors that you need to sit in to heal. Let me rephrase that. And I do think that this has a lot of uses, because honestly, people sitting in different color rooms has a huge difference on their mental health. There's been a lot of studies about the color of hospital rooms, the colors of like hospital gowns. There's been a lot of studies about this stuff. So anytime you go to the pediatric ward of a high school, oh my gosh, of a hospital, and I have a friend that is a pediatric nurse, and I would love to know how this fits into the equation. But I've been to hospitals where, the pediatric ward, and there's lots of different colors in a pediatric ward versus in an adult surgical ward, right? If you go to hospitals that are specific for like children and teens, young adults, you will see that it has a whole different color palette than it does for adults, right? And it is because they're trying to encourage healing. They're trying to keep up their spirits. They're trying to keep that going, right? So I do feel like there's a huge component to this. My office, and I've never finished the video. What a shocker. I overcommitted myself. Again, what a shocker. But when I've been redoing my office for the past few months, I painted in here, and I don't have that institutional blue. That's what I call it. It feels like a nasty institutional blue that I was stuck in. No wonder I was so damn depressed. It was a horrifying color, and some people may like it. I hate it. It did not do wonders for me. It was not a rich jewel of a blue. It was not a lovely, soft, romantic blue. No, it was an institutional, ugly, nasty blue. It just had no personality. Yeah. Now I'm in this nice, sort of khaki color that I like, but other people may not like this. I like it because it matches both my logo and my favorite color, which is red. Yeah. So that being said, what I see them doing is looking at all of these colors and just saying, okay, abscesses. So this could be maybe even a tooth or a zit. I don't know. Orange brings it to a head. How about that? Adrenal glands, violet will soothe. Magenta will stimulate. So there's two different variations here. And those colors are not that far off from each other on the color wheel. I want to go down a little bit further. Okay, artery stimulant. Scarlet for flow. Magenta raises or lowers as needed. That's very interesting. Okay, attracting others. Yeah, attracting others. Breathe bright green. So breathe in with bright green and surround other people in it. Do not try to manipulate others. We do not affect other people's free will. Even this woman says that. Do not try to manipulate others. Green should be used to attract friends to you. Love that. Okay. Blood pressure. Let's look at blood pressure. I know far too many people that have blood pressure issues. Far too many people. So blood pressure, red for no more than 5 minutes to lower blood pressure. For no more than 5 minutes. And then it says follow with blue. Green stimulates or decreases through flooding the liver. Magenta balances, raising or lowering as needed. Now, here's the thing. I was at a yard sale and I bought it's a chair that people would use in the sun, but it's a really expensive like sun chair because it sort of works like a counterbalance so that you can lay back in this chair and you can lay back and you can really lift up your feet, or you can sort of recline a little bit and still have your feet lifted, but they're not all the way up. You know what I mean? So I've been sort of practicing with it, playing around with it, you know, in all my spare time. But, and using the light bulb just seriously on an uncovered lamp. I mean, a lamp without a lampshade. And just sitting it there and then just like seeing how this would make me feel and how this would work. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty, I mean, I think it's pretty awesome, but that's just me. So orange again, bringing a boil to a head. Yeah. Breast milk, orange to increase, green for clots or knots in milk glands. Very interesting. Now, bronchitis. I get bronchitis like usually once a year. Lungs and back of neck, blue and white. Alternate with yellow and white. What I like about this is that there is some symmetry to this, right? The lungs are literally bringing in the blood that has like no oxygen and needs to release the carbon dioxide, right? Then we have the lungs recharging the blood with oxygen and sending it back out. So you could kind of see why you need to alternate it. Why you need to alternate the blue and the yellow, the blue and white and the yellow and white. Hello, Mercury. Come here, kitty. Let's look at some other. Cholera. Hadn't seen that in a long time. Again, makes me think that this is kind of old. Depression. If the whites of the eyes have a yellow cast and the nails have a blue tone, use orange to treat. If it's from drugs, use yellow light. That's interesting. Diabetes, yellow or yellow and white over the kidney, liver, and lungs. Blue and white over the lower bowels to regulate brain and bowels according to symptoms. See, this is really interesting. This is detailed. This is very detailed. It says, when using yellow, avoid salt, rice, milk, fish, cheese, and sugar. Be sure to use butter. I love this. This is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's very interesting how it'll say to stimulate, if there's an infection. This is just a cool little book. It's a cool little pamphlet. I have shared this with a few friends. If you are interested and you would like for me to share this with you, again, this is not something I am selling. I am not taking this woman's work. This is indeed her work. I cannot find this anywhere. I don't know if there is a copyright on it. I can't find anything on it. I did some superficial copyright searches. It has been a while since I've done this. But this is very interesting. It is. So I love it. I would love to share this with you. If you want to know more about this, or if you want me to tell you the name of this lady again, like give you that snapshot of Vivian Drennan. And I just really liked that I saw that tie-in with her and the Silva Mind Center. It's pretty fascinating. I, again, couldn't find any of this stuff. And maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. If you guys find it, I would really be happy to know where maybe I can get a reprint of this, or at least like, I don't know, like ask for permission to share this information. So let me know if you guys would like for me to share this with you. I'm not taking this woman's work. I think that it's very interesting. I think that she has done some amazing stuff. I could not find where she was still alive. I did look. But let me know what you think. I am trying to get back to the... Oh, haha. You know, you gotta love it when I do that. So, to wrap everything up, find what empowers you. Find the tool that you need to slay your negative energy monsters, to take them out. Whether that's crystals, candles, prayer, chants, whatever it is. Light therapy, that could be one, by the way. Sitting out in nature. Maybe it's exercise. I don't know. Maybe it is essential oils in a spray bottle. Mix it with a little alcohol. Yeah. It's lots of stuff out there that gives you the opportunity to slay your negative energy monsters. And they're there. They're there for all of us. It's not about like being able to avoid them all the time. You have to have the right tools to shut them down when they are around you. Or when you feel that negative energy coming towards you, because you know when people are talking about you. Like, random people don't just like enter your head for no reason. Somebody's out there thinking about you, or they're thinking about you with that person, or there's something like tying you two together in somebody else's mind. There's more to it. So, when that negativity starts to come in, we got to find a way to shut it down. Find your tool. Find what helps you. And if you're interested in the Color Healing Dictionary by this lovely Reverend Drennan, or if you find anything out about this little pamphlet, I'm interested to know. I really am, because this is fascinating. It is awesome. But I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you have a great week until we see each other again. Tomorrow is October, and I will be working for the next couple of hours trying to upload the rest of the videos. They're not going to get done before midnight, so my apologies. I'm sure many of the people that watch my stuff are not watching this show. Because I don't have as many people that watch the videos that watch my live. I know, it's crazy. But, and if you are Mel Bailey 4979, that is your handle on YouTube, by the way. I'm sure you know that. But just hit me up at this email address, and I will also try to contact you through the comment thread. Yay, yay. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great, great night. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.